Hello, my friends, and welcome to Qizzup Silks Level 3, Class 2. Let's start class with a 5-minute warm-up in move time. Run in place, lifting the knees as high as possible each time. Ready? Begin! Fantastic! Halfway there. Sit down and place the elbows on the floor. Point the toes and engage the legs to keep them straight as you lift them both up as high as possible and tap the heels to the floor. Begin! Nice work! Halfway there. From standing, alternate lifting each leg as high as possible and tapping the heel to the ground. Ready? Begin! Switch sides. Lay on your belly and bring the arms up in front of you. Lift all 4 limbs up toward the ceiling and hold. Ready? Begin! Halfway. Almost there. Lay down and place the feet flat on the floor. Rest the fingers behind the ears but do not pull on the neck. Curl the chest in just until the shoulders lift off the floor, then lay back down. Begin! Halfway there. You've got this. Extend one leg back behind you as you fold over the front leg. Then bring the back leg up and tuck the knee into the chest as you hop. Then extend it back out behind you. Begin! Fantastic! Halfway. Shift the hips back and squat down to the floor to lay down and bring the arms up overhead. Without using the hands to assist you, bend the knees in, bring the feet flat to the floor to squat and stand again. Halfway. From crab position, lift the hips to the ceiling and bend and extend the elbows. For an additional challenge, lift one leg off the floor. Begin! Halfway there. Great job! Now that we're warmed up, let's do a 5-minute stretch. We're going to start on the floor today, on our backs. We're going to work on our splits, our left, right, and center splits. We're going to lay down and tuck our knee in. We're going to hold this for an 8 count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the side. Arm out for balance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go down, flip over into a high lunge, making sure that our knee is behind or directly above our ankle, not in front of it. We're going to really drive that heel down to stretch out the hip flexor. And then we're going to drop our knee, grab our foot in the back, tuck our pelvis underneath, and try to sit up to as tall as we can to stretch the quad in the back. Out into a half split, making sure our hips are squared, not facing out. We're going to put our toes on the ground. We're going to really engage our leg here in the front, unless we feel this stretch at the joint. If so, we're going to bend the knee slightly so that we only feel it in the back. From here, we're going to slide out into our splits. Again, making sure that the hips are square, that we're not rotating out to the front. We're going to roll back and forth. And slide out a little farther. And a little farther. Now we're going to sit up as tall as we can. We're going to make sure we're really engaged in the front leg, in the front quad to release the hamstrings in the front. And we're going to pull that leg back and switch. High lunge on the other side. Really driving the heel and the back toward the ground. Releasing that hip flexor. We're going to drop the knee. We're going to grab the foot in the back, pull it in as much as we can, tuck the pelvis underneath and sit up tall. Release, half split in the front. Bring the toes down to the floor. If you feel this in the joint, remember to bend slightly so that you only feel it in the belly of the muscle. Slide out, keeping the hips square. We're going to rock back and forth. Slide out a little more. Slide out a little more. Sit up as tall as you can. Squeezing the quad in the front real tight to release the hamstrings in the front. Pointing the toes.
Pull the leg in. And sit on our bottoms. We're going to do a frog stretch. Blades outside edge of the foot together. We're going to open our foot like a book. You can use your elbows to prop your knees open slightly, making sure that you're on your sits bones, and you're going to lift your chest up and go forward. Nice deep breaths. Actively engage those knees down to the ground as your elbows assist them. A little deeper. Chest up a little deeper. Good. Slowly come out of that. Bring your feet out into a big wide straddle. Pinkies rotated out toward the floor. We're going to rock back and forth and try to bring our torso as low to the ground as we can. And reach forward in a pancake stretch. Walk it over to your left foot. Gently pull. Other side, gently pull. Keeping those knees real tight. Back to the center. We're going to go up and over our splits. We're going to keep the knees really, really tight, rotating out the whole time. Slide out as much as you can. Prop your elbows up for support. We're going to hold for 2 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little farther. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly come out of that. Bring your legs in nice and slowly. Nicely done.
It's strength time. Follow these moves and be sure to challenge yourself. We will give you a chance to pause the video and choose your number of repetitions so you can go at your own pace. From a single footlock in the air, reach high and wrap the free foot around the front of the silk at knee height from the outside in. Using the instep, press into the silk as the bottom foot flexes to allow the footlock to slide off and unwrap the foot. Keeping the opposite foot lifted high, pike back slightly to give space and use the now free foot to wrap a footlock on the now wrapped foot. Stand up to gain height. Now it's your turn. With a knot at the level of your hips, hold the silk on either side of the knot with your palms down. Squeeze your glutes and abs as you lean forward in a plank position, careful not to bend at the waist. Only go so far as you are able to successfully pull yourself back without bending at the waist. Now it's your turn. Starting on our knees, reach up high and crochet twice from the outside in. Bring the legs out straight in front of you and lift the hips into a plank position. Bend the elbows, bringing the chest between the hands, careful not to bend at the waist. Slowly extend the elbows to the starting position and repeat. Now it's your turn. Split the fabric and hold it out to the side like you're aiming a bow and arrow. Pull up and lean back as you bring your legs between the fabric and continue pulling until the knot is at the hips. Keep the legs lifted in the back. To come out, use the silk to lift the chest up, release one hand, reach across your chest to grab the other side of the silk, twist to look up at the ceiling and slide forward. Now it's your turn. From the ground, double crochet and slowly bend the knees to transfer the weight into your hands to let the body sink down. Gently pull the ears away from the shoulder and bring the legs out in front in hollow position. Lift the legs and alternate gently tapping the ground with each foot. Now it's your turn. It's fly time, where we will focus on aerial tricks. From the air, hold each side of the fabric at chest height, release the feet and split the fabric to wrap one leg from the outside in and lock it with the free foot. Release the footlock hand and bring the shoulder to the front of the fabric. Slightly bend the footlock knee to keep the fabric on the inside for stability. Wrap the free foot and use the footlock side hand to put the second footlock on. To keep them even, place the second footlock on while the leg remains straight. To come out, hold at hip height and pike back until the hips are below the feet. Flex the feet until the silk slides off the front. Now it's your turn. From double footlock, grab each fabric at shoulder height and extend the legs into a split. Bring both hands to the front fabric and hold at the chest and above the head. Pulling the fabric gently in toward you and maintaining a split, rotate twice in the same direction as the front leg. As you face the ceiling in the rotation, pike the leg as close to you as possible, and as you come to the bottom of each rotation, slide deeper into the splits. To come out, rotate in the opposite direction. Now it's your turn. From a high backpack, straddle back and crochet the legs up. Keeping the knees together, hook the fabric behind the knees by bringing the heels to the bottom. Reach up above the knees and climb up until the chest is at the knees. Reach high with the hands, pike, straddle out, and push down with the straight legs as you pull up until the legs come together beneath you and the silk rests on the inside of the hips. Bring the arms above the head. Extend the legs out behind you as you lean the torso through the center and arch the back. Before releasing the hands to drop into Fallen Angel, make sure you keep the legs slightly apart as you rotate so they pass to the outside of the silks. Release the hands and pike toward the feet while quickly bringing the arms out to the side in airplane and not above the head so that they catch the fabric. At the bottom of the rotation, allow the piked legs to extend and hollow the body out as you come around and catch the fabric with the arms. Now it's your turn. Great job, everyone. It's time to come together and close the class with circle time.
Thank you for joining us in today's class. For circle time, I'd like you to sit down with legs crossed, shoulders relaxed, and feel free to close your eyes as you listen along. Today's life skill is courtesy, and I have a quote from Thomas Fuller I'd like to share with you. All doors open to courtesy. We all know courtesy when we encounter it. A door held open for us, the words please and thank you, and we all know discourtesy when we encounter it too. I like this quote because it illustrates that the world runs more smoothly when we are courteous to one another. Imagine a world without these common courtesies and how different and hostile it might feel to us. It might make us feel very distrustful of one another and be less willing to be in communication. It may seem very small or even insignificant, but imagining the alternative can put things in perspective. Let's close today's class with 3 deep cleansing dragon breaths. On the inhale, let's think of all the ways that we succeeded. On the exhale, let's let go of all of our frustrations so we can be ready to do it again next time. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again. Last one. Thank yourselves for coming to class.